Before starting to set up your annex, make sure your handbrake is on and stabiliser legs are down. We recommend that you keep the rear bed closed until after you set up the annex fully. To make setup easier, you need a step ladder, one of your guide ropes and a friend to help support the canvas. Make sure you have a hammer as well as your rope and peg bags at the ready to secure the annex once set up. The first step is to attach the long slide pieces to the roof line of the hybrid. These slide all the way along the sail track at the top of the hybrid. We are doing this from the front rear corner. You can attach these while the roof is lowered if you like, but the roof must be raised before we attach the main annex piece. When placing this piece into the sail track, make sure you have the velcro and the zip facing down. Next we move to the back of the hybrid and slide the other end of the piece into the sail track over the rear bed, the same as before. Moving to the front of the hybrid, we now attach the slide pieces to the sail track along this front edge. For this hybrid, there are 3 pieces going along here. When sliding these into the track, check the velcro is facing down. Slide each piece through the sail track. It can be tricky getting them in, but take your time so the pieces don't get damaged. Use the small velcro patches on the edge of the pieces to join them together. Next, go back to where we inserted the slide pieces and attach a rope to the zipper running along the length of the hybrid. We use this rope to help us attach the main annex piece. While one person is tying the rope to the zip, the other can begin to lay out the main pieces in front of the hybrid. Check that you have it laid out with the main legs pointing out and away from the camper, with the valve points facing out. To attach the main annex piece to the sail track piece, start at the same corner as before and have your friend hold the canvas up for you. Attach the zipper to the main annex piece. This can be quite tricky as the canvas can be heavy, but go slow and you can do it. Once you have a small section zipped on, you can use the rope and pull it along to join the pieces. Have one person keep supporting the canvas as the other goes along the hybrid, zipping the piece on. Keep going all the way to the front corner. Start using the velcro on the main annex piece to attach it to the slide pieces we placed earlier. At this point, remove the rope from the zipper because we will need it for the next side. Now we are going to connect the main annex piece to the rear of the hybrid. We have pushed the rear bed in for better access here. The same as before, we attach a rope to the zipper. Then support the canvas and zip it to the main annex piece. Use the rope again to pull the zipper along just like before. Around the corner, connect the canvas to the hybrid using the velcro. Now that we have the main annex piece attached to the hybrid, it is time to inflate it. Locate the pump supplied with the hybrid and plug it into the hybrid, using the silver plug near the entry door. Attach the hose to the red socket on the pump unit. When you first receive your hybrid, the valve points will be fully open. To inflate the annex, we need to close the main valve socket up, as we will be using the smaller input one on the top. At this point, check that the end of the hose fits into this input, as your pump may come with a different end fitting. There are two main ways to inflate the annex on your hybrid Caravan. The first is by filling each tube arm of the annex individually, moving the pump from arm to arm to inflate each one as you work your way around. The second way is to keep the pump at one arm and inflate the whole frame from this one input point. We will show you how to set the annex up using this second method. On the underneath side of the main annex piece, you will find these connection points for each arm. These can lock off the airflow for the individual arms for when you want to inflate the annex one leg at a time. Because we want these open, we twist them until we hear a click noise. Go around to each arm and undo all these connection points. Go to one arm, connect the pump hose and push on to start the pump. You will hear it start, and when it kicks in fully, it will be a bit noisy, but this is normal. Support the arm as the air starts to flow through. It can be helpful here to have a friend holding the arm while you keep the hose connected to the input point. Move the arms to prevent any folding, which could stop any airflow through the tubes. This can mean having someone walking back and forward, holding up each arm at a time to straighten out the tube, letting the air flow through each one. Once you have gone back and forward a few times, the arms will be able to support themselves. This is when the annex really starts to take shape. When all the arms are inflated and the annex is standing upright, you can remove the pump and close the input valve. Zip all the valve points closed. Now that the main frame of the annex is set up, we recommend you use your ropes and pegs to secure it down. At the base of each leg, there are rings to help with this. Next, we will show you how to attach the annex skirt to the body of the hybrid. Locate the annex skirt piece and locate the step cut. Use this to help you position it correctly. Start at the front corner and attach the first couple of press studs. Then join the velcro onto the skirt on the main annex piece. Go along the body of the hybrid and continue to connect the skirt using the press studs. Having the annex skirt on is great in colder conditions because it can stop the cold draft coming from under the hybrid when using the annex. The annex skirt wraps around the hybrid and goes along the back behind the spare tyres. Keep joining it using the press studs all the way. This is what the skirt looks like once it has been fully attached. You can go ahead and slide the rear bed out now. You can see along the bottom are some peg points where you can secure it to the ground. If you don't want to attach the floor to your annex, just tuck the silver part back towards the camper and peg the skirt down. Now we will show you how to attach the window and door canvas pieces to the annex. First, take one of the panels and look for the white tag near the zipper. Look for the letter on this tag. Go to the main annex frame and look for the bottom of the zipper where we connect the window canvas to, and look for the white tag. When you find the same letter on both, you know these are the right pair. Check you have the window facing out and zip the canvas panel onto the annex. Next, connect the velcro at the bottom of the panel. When it comes to attaching the very last panel here at the edge of the canvas, there are a few extra steps. On this piece of canvas, there will be some side track pieces. Remove these from the canvas. Along the Caravan, there will be some slide track for these pieces to fit into. Check the length of the pieces and slide them into place. Make sure the Velcro strap is facing away from the hybrid. Join the slide pieces together using the Velcro square. Starting at the top, zip the canvas panel onto the annex. Next, attach the panel to the slide piece using the long Velcro strip. If you have the annex skirt attached like we do, the Velcro will go down and connect onto it. Now it is a matter of repeating the steps to install the window and door panels around the rest of the annex. Matching up the pieces using the letters on the label, then zipping them on. Once you have the panel zipped on, you can roll up the window and door panels. A good tip for rolling these up neatly is to fold the corners in before rolling the panels up. This just gives a neater look to your setup. Secure the panel in place with the toggle and loop fastenings. If you want to put the annex floor on, join it to the annex and skirt using the Velcro strip. This runs all the way around the main annex piece. Now you have finished setting up the inflatable annex. If any large areas seem saggy, you will need to move the arms to tension the canvas. As the inflatable annex is such a large size, it is normal to have some areas which do hang a little loose. Once you have readjusted any areas you need to, your annex is fully set up and you are ready to go. The annex we have set up here is for the Mount Hotham hybrid caravan. The annex shape and size may differ slightly from model to model, but the main steps we have shown you here will be the same. If you have your annex set up and you start to experience windy conditions, make sure to tighten your guide ropes. If you have your annex set up and storms are forecast, you need to pack the annex away. These annexes are not designed to withstand extreme conditions and can be damaged if left set up.